What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Right now, we're going to be jumping into the fact that the new 50 promo is going to be bringing out Vernon Davis, Patrick Willis, and Antonio Cromartie. Now, some of you guys were asking me the question, Gmi, all right, look, these 50 players for the most part are not that good based on the last release, right? And it's like, yo, are they worth it? Any 49er player is worth it for your 49er theme team. I keep telling you guys this. It's very, very important for you guys to understand a few things, right? The 49er theme team is going to be the best theme team in the game because so many great players played for the 49ers. A lot of you guys want to cheat and go and say, you know what? I'm going to go half this theme team, half that theme team. I tell you guys, look, all I do is give you guys the instructional tutorials to understand what I'm doing as far as team building. Whatever you guys decide to do after that is on you. Look, I'm going to give you a suggestion. If you like it, you go with it. Some of you guys don't understand what I'm doing. Some of you guys do. It's a very, very interesting thing because most of you guys that watch my streams on Twitch, you get to see why I do certain things. Then people that only watch me on YouTube, they don't understand, like, why did he do that? Why would he rage sell Taylor May, such a great user and stuff like that? Because the game has changed. And I'm winning more without Taylor Mays because he can't do what I need him to do. So I'm not going to go based on the name and use my pride and lose games because it's Taylor Mays. You have to understand that. But eventually you guys will. All right, so I really believe that you guys will understand eventually what's going on. And now we're going to break down, as I go ahead and get my daily pack, we're going to break down what's going to be happening as far as Vernon Davis goes, because he's the only 49er that I actually want out of this. I don't need Patrick Willis, and I'm telling you guys why. You can see one of the star players when we first start, and you look at my screen there, you can see pretty much, you know, this guy, Sam Mills, he's more than what any other middle linebacker is going to be. So it does not matter that Patrick Willis is a guy that everybody wants. Plus, I'm going to go ahead and break it down for you guys a little bit more as far as the theme team, letting you guys understand exactly what's going on the way we always do it, right? So look, pretty much we have 50 of 50 49ers. So we're right there at the brink. We can't really play around too much because any kind of sudden movement, bro, we're going to be at 49 and I'm going to be raging, right? So Patrick Queen, we could get rid of him and have Patrick Willis, but I don't run two middle linebackers at any time. I just don't do it. So me doing that doesn't make much sense, okay? And the middle linebacker position right now for the defense that I run out of the 4-6, it's not really that, I don't need it. I don't need that position. I need one. And let me give you some insight into what this guy is. He's a 97 overall, 94 speed, 96 excel, 99 tackle, 99 play rec, savage middle linebacker. So me going after Patrick Willis doesn't make any sense because what am I going to do with this guy? And this guy's free. This guy, you just grind the game and get him. So why would I go out of my way for another 50 player and, you know, what am I going to do? Now, look, hear me out. They just patched the game, and there's a lot of different things that I've been working on, but what they did with the patch, and they didn't tell us, they actually enhanced nano detection. So if you start sending too many people, the player will start to run away from the player that they're trying to tackle and avoid him and run backwards. It's really stupid, but it's happened a couple times, and I'm trying to figure out what they're doing. But again, I don't think they know what they're doing, so it doesn't really matter about what we're trying to figure out. Listen, this is the biggest point that I want you guys to understand. Objectively, we're going to build the best possible teams. When we get them out on the field, that is a whole nother situation because the gameplay itself is kind of crazy. But this is the fun part. This is why you guys watch the content. You want to know what I'm thinking, what's going on, how am I winning so many games utilizing this team and making such rash decisions? Well, I understand the way that the game is built. I understand what they were trying to do, and I understand what I need to do in order to win those games. So it becomes easier for me to be able to do that. All right? So let's talk about the player that I'm going to actually be going after. We just spoke about Patrick Willis. All right? Does he have good numbers? Yeah. Was he a dog? Yeah. In Madden 20, he was a savage. Okay? But I needed him in Madden 20. I don't need him in 21. So we don't just go year to year like, oh, you know, look, put it like this. Madden 16, I rage sold Randy Moss. Go check the videos. And everybody's like, yo, Randy Moss. No, because the game sucked and Randy Moss wasn't able to be Randy Moss. You understand? Like, you got to go by the year and understand what's going on. If everybody is mossing in Madden 16, why do I need Randy Moss? EA has slowly taken the game away from a user capability the way that I like it, and some other people like it, into a whole nother stratosphere. Okay, so it's pretty crazy, you know, to kind of understand where we are with it, because like you guys probably saying, what, you rage so Randy Moss? Yeah, because I understood early that if the punter could OBJ catch, what the F? Like, bro, like what am I doing right now? Why am I going to keep Randy Moss off the name? Because I'm going to lose games. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to encourage all of you guys that watch my videos to make the right decision based on the year of the game, because that is the only way that you're going to win games. Now, the problem with Vernon Davis, right? He has a low medium route running. So he's probably not going to be getting those crossers the way that we would like. I want to see what his deep route run is though. See, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if he can get deep out, right? Look, just hear me out, right? If he can get deep out, we would probably get rid of one of these tight ends. All right. And then we would figure out what we're going to do after that, because that's the only way that we can get it done. Pretty much with the way that, you know, what I'm looking for, I think his deep route running should be decent. And what I mean by that is Vernon Davis was a super fast tight end. We all know that, right? We all know that he was super fast. Nobody can debate that. Even if you don't like the 49ers or whatever, he was super fast. He was tough. He made big catches, but he also dropped a lot. And I watched him a lot, and he would often drop wide open passes and catch a pass with nine guys hitting him at once. So those things, you know, I kind of feel that he will be in the 80 something deep route run and be able to get deep out. Now, if he's able to get deep out, I know he's only 6'3" when compared to the 6'4" of Calico, but Calico is gone. Because now we run two tight ends, and now we don't care about anything. You understand? You see where I'm going with this, guys? We have to adapt to what the game is. So look, running the ball is back to more or less the Madden 20 thing, because they don't want you to really, they're doing everything with these patches to show us that they're not really listening to the feedback. So they're enhancing pass rush, what I've been continuously seeing people send to and instantly sack people. They enhance that. They're doing things in arcade mode where people are like, what? Why are you even patching anything in arcade mode, dude? Like, who plays it? That's a good question. Who plays it? The core audience that's spending money. Those people that are going to buy a bundle and they don't understand what's going on, but they leave feedback, and EA knows that that's their core audience. So once I saw that they're patching arcade mode foolishness, I understand what's going on. Then they take away the all Madden head-to-head, and I really was excited to play the game. You know, like that all Madden head-to-head was really fun for me. And you guys know I rage uncontrollably. I was having fun. Even when it was tough games and I was playing good opponents, it was still better than all-pro head-to-head. So EA is not really concerned as much with the things that we actually want, but they're going to give us whatever they want to. So with Vernon Davis, that's going to open up something else. It's going to open up the fact that I can have two tight ends on the field, that I can now run the ball and then throw and moss dudes whenever I feel. But his route running is going to be very, very important, because if he can't get across the middle, that's going to be a problem. And right now he's kind of low with the medium route run. That's another reason, like, if you guys play against Jermichael Finley, right? What happens is he's always pretty much wide open on crossers. And that 91 medium route run, a lot of you guys said that's pretty much, you know, what it has to do with. But Jimmy Graham also gets wide open on the crossers. Not as much. Jermichael Finley is probably a glitch. He's probably the guy that we would keep. But I just want to give you guys some insight. Vernon Davis is also going to have like a 77 run block, you know, standard without any boost. So that's going to be a major issue, you know, going forward with everything. So I just want to make sure that I'm pointing out everything, because I'm going to go ahead when the cards are released and then give you guys more insight into it. But I'm just letting you understand, if you can, you know, master the, you know, the fact that you can have a decent run game and just be able to pass the ball to these guys with the right attributes, you can be a nightmare. Because remember, you don't necessarily have to moss dudes. You can actually give them other deep in, deep whatever, have them on crossing routes, and just throw it in the middle of the field, and then just go up for aggressive catches and get it with those abilities. I've seen people try to do that don't understand what I'm doing with the Gmias streak. They just throw it up in the coverage, and they'll go and be more likely to catch the ball because it's an arcade feel game. This is pretty much NFL Street, but they don't let your wide receivers react to open passes. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's weird. Like, it's like okay, I want to jump right now, but EA says no because they want a guy that's running cover 3 to pick you off. You understand? Like, it's that type of systematical. The game itself does not make sense, but you kind of see what the developers are doing. They want the game to be predetermined and for the computer to have a better emphasis on being able to stop what you're doing. So that's more or less what you get out of the gameplay, which is why, like I said, I'm going to make it comfortable for me. I'm going to let you guys know what I'm trying to do, and then we're going to figure out together what we should do. And then that's our game plan. That's how we're going to move, because if we keep thinking that EA Sports is going to fix the game and make it play the way it should, that's like nostalgic. We're going back to years where the game was actually decent and it wasn't so much rage. That's not going to change right now, because everything that they've been doing, they've been showing us like, oh yeah, you left feedback? Cool, this is what we doing. So we have to just understand that. So that's going to be my game plan. Once I figure out what his deep route running is, Vernon Davis, we're going to see how we're going to work it. And then more than likely, Tyron Calico is going to be gone, effective immediately. We're not going to give him his papers. Like, look, we're going to say, look, bro, pink slip, you're done. But it all depends on what that rating is. Everything depends on that rating. So we're going to figure all of that stuff out. I am going to touch base with you guys as soon as we figure that out. And then we're going to go ahead and boost up this 49er theme team without Patrick Willis. Patrick Willis will not make the team. I'm already confident in telling you that, because Sam Mills is I just showed you his numbers. He is just unbelievable. He's going to be the guy that we probably keep throughout the year. He's endgame, especially if you boost him up with a theme team. So that's where we are with that. I just want to let you guys know the content should release around the usual time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I'm going to let you guys know what's going on. And then we're going to start going after the players, seeing how, you know, which way we should go, or we're going to use the sets, all that good stuff. All right. Also remember that this free, the free Power Up Fantasy Pack for the 50 players that you do get, it does not include the new releases. Whatever you got is just going to be in there for the whole time. These are the players that I got before. This is going to remain this way. You will not be able to get the newer players, which means the price range will be ridiculous the way that it was prior. For those of you guys that lost 300K, I lost 240K because I bought DRC the day before it all happened. So I'm in that same boat with you guys, but they will not be inside of any of those things. Even if you do the challenges later and you try to see if you can get one of the newer players that are being released, Antonio Cromartie, Vernon Davis, and the other player that's going to be there, Patrick Willis, they will not be eligible for the new set. All right, guys? So you're going to have to spend. I hope this has been informative to you guys and you understand where we're going. We're going to continue to build the team. If this is something that you want to learn more about, making your team better to be able to go out there on the field and destroy your opponent, you're going to want to go ahead and subscribe, turn on post notifications, and also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch, all at GmiasWorld. Please be safe. Continue to take care of yourselves and family. Until next time, one love, y'all.